quorum, which we do, but just formally. So Councillor Tierney.
Present.
Councillor Sutts. Yes.
Present, yes.
Councillor Moffat. Yeah, I can see you. Councillor Leeper.
Good morning.
Councillor Kitts.
Here.
Councillor Hubley.
Here.
Councillor Dudas.
Here.
Councillor Cloutier.
Present.
Councillor Brockington.
Morning.
Vice Chair Gower.
Here.
And me, toute la gang et ici. Okay.
And I'm here too, in case you
Oh, yeah.
need me.
Hi, Eli. We have to remember to put Eli there because I'm always, if I don't happen to notice you, Eli, I mean, normally you say something, so anyways, I've added you. Anybody have any declarations of interest? No? Confirmation of minutes from the April 8th 2021 meeting. Any changes or are they carried? Carried?
Carried.
Okay, this is a public meeting to consider the proposed comprehensive official plan and zoning bylaw amendments listed as items 1 to 3 on today's agenda. For the items just mentioned, only those who make oral submissions today or written submissions before the amendments are adopted may appeal the matter to the local planning appeal tribunal. In addition, the applicant may appeal the matter to the local planning appeal tribunal if council does not adopt an amendment within 90 days of receipt of the application for zoning and 120 days for an official plan amendment. To submit written comments on these amendments prior to their consideration by City Council on April 28th, please email or call the committee or council coordinator. And if anybody has any motions for today, share them through Ms. Duffany, and she'll make sure that we and the public sees them. So the first item that we have up is the zoning bylaw amendment for 2112 Bel Air Drive. And we have people that are speaking on behalf of the applicant. Does anyone have any questions on this item on Bel Air? No? Okay, so I'm going to go to James Ireland is here. I see Greg Winters and Ryan McDougall and say, do any of you need to speak to us today if we're prepared to carry this item?
No, Madam Chair, we don't.
Okay, so is the zoning bylaw amendment for 2112 Bel Air Drive, is that carried?
Carried.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out today. So the next item is zoning bylaw amendment for 294 and 300 Tremblay Road. This is in Councillor Cloutier's ward. We have no one speaking in opposition. Councillor Cloutier did want to say a few words. We just have the applicant here and I'll ask them in a minute, but go ahead, Jean.
Chair Harder, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Yes, colleagues, I certainly support this application. It is a great application. I'll point out limited parking spots for 73 units. This location is within walking to Saint Laurent Mall, Train Yards Mall, intercity travel at VIA, intra-city travel at the Tremblay LRT. It is what densification should be. Just want to point out, don't know if the planner, Ms. Ezio, has had any other files, but she's a new planner, I think, at the city. So thank you to her for her work. And certainly a shout out to the Eastway Gardens Community Association. I appreciate their involvement, their participation, their constructive comments, and it is certainly a community, because the location is so great, that's been had a lot of consultations. Saint Laurent Tremblay, 1399 Avenue P, 25 Pickering are all applications that we're going to see, and you mix that up with sewer work and redoing the Belfast Bridge. Anyway, I appreciate everything that the Eastway Gardens Community Association does for the community. Just a last note, this application means the loss of a great institution in the area, the White Horse Restaurant at Belfast and Tremblay, a great gathering place. And certainly a lot of comments have been with respect to the impact on its owner, Mike and Raquel. So hopefully they'll be able to develop a business elsewhere should they choose. But those are my comments. I certainly ask for my colleagues' support on this application. Thank you, Chair.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Councillor Cluche. So to Nico Church and Kirsten, hi Kirsten, Shelley Percy. If we have any questions, anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions for you. Do you need to speak if we're prepared to carry this item?
No, Madam Chair, no need to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. I just have one question, and it's because of, well, it's not because I've been thinking this for a while, but if you listen to what Councillor Cluche said, why is this not a higher building in this location? I really think that when you have a place, a location in Ottawa, where it meets all those objectives, why we wouldn't do everything we could to actually put something high there.
I mean, perhaps I can speak to that, Madam Chair. The secondary plan calls for 6 stories. The secondary plan was done a number of years ago. I believe they assigned 6 stories to it just because of the size of the lot. So they wouldn't be able to go through, higher than 6 stories without an official plan amendment, and the lot size is fairly small. So, but we do appreciate your comments and agree, with proximity to transit, higher density is definitely more supportive. Thanks.
And I will point out, Chair and colleagues, that it is in the TOD zone, and it is as compliant with the schedules of the TOD zone. We're going to see an application for 25 Pickering just to the west of this location. That will be much higher indeed.
I just think that we need to make sure that staff know that, I mean, it can't all be about Councillor Leaper's Kitchissippi ward, and where we often use as an excuse the fact that, well, you have, great transit. I just think that that's something that we need to challenge if we ever have any hope of achieving any kind of increase in intensification. Where there's easy spots to go, we should be doing that. Anyway, so thank you for coming out today and your comments on the zoning bylaw amendment at 294 and 300 Tremblay Road. Is that carried?
Carried.
Carried.
Thank you. The next item up, we do have a speaker, and this is a zoning bylaw amendment for 2 Monk Street, 160 and 162 Fifth Avenue. So we'll just hold that for a second. Carolyn McKenzie is going to be speaking to us. And number 4 is the oversizing of the road and sewer on Cambrian Road from Old Greenbank Road to New Greenbank Road alignment. Mr. Mark is here for any questions. Does anyone have any questions on this one? No, thank you, Lily, for being here as well. So on this item, is it carried?
Carried.
Carried.
Thank you. And number 5 is a status update, planning inquiries, and motions for directions to the period ending April 9th, 2021. Any comments or questions, or is this item received? Received?
Received.
Thanks. So we will go back to the zoning bylaw amendment, and this is in Councillor Menard's ward, 2 Monk Street, 160 and 162 Fifth Avenue. Carolyn, are you on the line? Is she, Melody?
She is. She might just be getting set up there.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good, good. You're moving through these items so quickly and nicely. I don't want to hold up committee at all. I just wanted to take probably no more than 30 seconds of your time this morning. I'm not here to oppose this application. I just wanted to simply make some supportive comments of it. I think it's a really good project for the glebe. It's going to be adding some nice units, hopefully some rental units to the space. It's an end of block situation without any parking. That is for the triplex units that are proposed. So we're happy to see it. I guess in talking to the proponent, it's probably taken a bit longer than he hoped, and maybe we hope to get this project moving along. So I guess I hope that we can have some conversation going into the comprehensive zoning bylaw review that could expedite projects such as this, which will add some nice density done right, let's hope, to neighborhoods like ours. So that's really all I wanted to say. Thank you for your time. I will leave it there. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Carolyn. Anyone have any questions for Carolyn? Thank you. Steve Goche, I see you there. You'll take away the comment that Carolyn just made about the timing?
Yeah, of course. This is a new type of project, so we're working on a site plan. So things should go much faster with the site plan approval.
Perfect. Brian and Brian Casagrande's here. You look different. You haven't had a recent haircut, I think.
Yes.
You look very different. I almost didn't recognize you. Chris Jokowski. Is Chris here?
Yes, I am.
So if we are prepared to carry this item, are you still needing to speak to us?
No.
Okay. Councillor Menard, did you want to have anything to say on this one? It seems to be popular.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I just wanted to thank Community Association and especially Chris. The difference between this application and so many others is that they really do their outreach in advance. Go to our office, talk about it, talk with the Community Association, and bring people together on what they're trying to do. And in this case, that's what's happened. That's what we want to see for all applications that come into the city is that type of work in advance to get everybody on board. And in this case, that has happened. So I really appreciate that. And thanks, and appreciate the committee's diligence as well.
That's great. Thank you very much. So committee on the zoning bylaw amendment for 2 Monk Street, 160 and 162 Fifth Avenue. Is that carried?
Carried.
Carried.
Good. Thank you. Let us know how it works out. Send us some pictures when it's completed. Thanks, everyone. So that's it for the agenda before we go to the joint meeting. Any notices of motion? No? Any inquiries? No other business. Our next meeting is May the 13th, and we are adjourned. Thank you. So Melody, what do you want us to do? Is it the same number for